Hello, and welcome back to part 12 of our save of West Goldfield on City Skylines 2. Today, there are a few things that I would like to do, including fixing this traffic issue, because as we can see, we're going to have problems if we don't, and also fixing our sewage issue. This was actually pointed out to me by someone, and I do want to fix this because I do not like the pollution here, and that's something I believe I said in the first one of, it needs to go. Now again here, I know there's a sewage pump, but we'll move that later once we progress further and get more tools. Now because we have this space over here, I think this might actually be where we build our sewage or water treatment plant. So we can actually just research that for 2 development points, and we can just build one. Now it is 400,000, but I believe we do have the ability to take out $200,000, and we'll just do that. Now, I feel like it's obvious why I don't want to have, a sewage outlet right near people's homes. But, I mean, I just don't. It feels messed up, But when I build these, I usually like to build the advanced filtering system because it actually puts more water back into the system than it would otherwise. Now, they are $50,000, so for now, I will only build one. But in the future, we might expand that. For the traffic problem, I'm just not sure because it's traffic all around, so I'm just going to put it into 3 times and see if the issue resolves. So I think the stem of the issue is people are only staying in, I believe, like this turn lane because they want to go into this lane, which only turns left. But it's jamming up traffic over here. So if we add another turn lane that can turn left over here, I believe that should fix the issue. So we will just put a asymmetric road here and see if that fixes the issue. And as we see, that is actually the issue resolved. Something else I do want to take note of is there is now actually a issue here for traffic, and this is backing up. And I think that at this point in time, we actually have too many turn lanes here, and we can change the road back to be a 7-lane asymmetric. Just to clarify, 7-lane asymmetric with a 4-lane and 3-lane split. And let's see if this fixes the issue. It also seems that now people want to go straight, so I think that this could actually be fixed by making this also a 2-lane asymmetric road, and we'll give it time again. Because, as we can see, people can now also go straight and turn left here. I am seeing another issue. Cars are struggling to turn, which I think could be fixed if we get rid of this crosswalk. Now, I am not just gonna sit there and keep speeding it up because we do see that we have demand. Also, we can repay some of our loan that we took out. So, there is also a bit of traffic in this area, which is from people moving in, as we can see that, these buses have definitely helped the city with traffic. But I think it might make sense to actually put a interchange here. Now, we don't really have a ton of space to do that, so I think we might hold off on that just because I don't feel like buying more zoning tiles because it's not that we don't have money, we can't take out a loan, but I do want to focus on getting that loan paid back because if we look here, we can look at our loan interest and we would have $420,000 a month extra, which would be a lot of money, and that would allow us to do a lot more. With that said, though, I am going to continue to build high density and just overall other buildings too. That is demand gone, and as we can see, there is just a bus driving by here, so I do want to see. It is being used very nicely, and I do want to just see, like, something else that I forgot to mention in the last video is, over time, transportation, like, there's a huge spike when you first build transportation, as far as how much actually is used, and then it slowly goes down, just because, people, get to where they need to go, and it is just less of an issue, where suddenly people need to go places, and it's easier. And as I can also see, people are using this park very nicely, which makes me very happy and feel like it was worth it to get rid of those office buildings. Now, offices are still going to rebuild, which is a good thing. As we can see, this bus got instantly filled because people really need to go places, I guess. And again, like, there are a few hot spots where, like, there are a lot of, people waiting to go places, but I think we can just, over time, shrink the amount of buses for everyone. Something else I want to do is maybe look into building a new high school, because this building already has its extension, and we are only, like, getting more and more people into this area, and we are honestly just running out of space. Something else I saw was that there was unreliable healthcare coverage, which I'm not actually sure why that... Oh, I do know why it is. Is this zone not expanded? Yes, so, I did make a mistake. I did not fully expand this area, which should solve that issue. Again, medium density demand is creeping up, so I will just build more buildings. We can see offices and commercial is also in demand, which I forgot that I dedicated this space to offices, but we will allow offices to build here. One office, phenomenal. Again, why are you doing this? I want a big building. Oh, nice. Milestone. Lots of money, development points, and zoning ties. Signature building, and I think also high-density offices, too. No? Okay, we got high-density, commercial. That's so important. Next time we get, high-density offices. So, this is an arena. It's supposed to be a sports arena. And, actually, takes up a good amount of space. Should I build this here? Because I feel like if I put a few trees, but it is kind of right near an elementary school, which I don't like, and a high-density area where we're going to continue to build. So, I think I'll hold off on that. But again, medium density demand is creeping up. I don't know why these small homes are bothering me. Now I do just want to check on our water. I believe we should be able to get rid of this sewage outlet now, and there we go. I believe that should be our sewage problem solved. As we can see, we still have plenty of processing, and we still have plenty of water availability, which means we can actually shrink the budget on water. Again, medium density demand is creeping back up, and we will just zone it. Now, as far as, like, building commercial, I said that I was going to hold off until I got high density commercial. And guess what we just got? High density commercial. So, I think that we should look towards places to build it. I know I have a commercial zone, like, just along this road here, but I think, like, having a area, like, kind of in the middle where this area will be might actually be pretty cool, because it will be surrounded by homes and then a central area. Something to note, though, maybe we should have, like, some kind of expressway to go through it. So because I do want to eventually build over here, too, having a four-way highway be very helpful to achieving that. And eventually I'll probably, like, rebuild this highway to straighten it out. And then we'll take off of the fourth side a road that goes down here, straight into the commercial zone. Now, again, I am kind of getting ahead of myself with that. There's still, like, demand and things to do and issues to solve. I do just want to check, is are these people happier? Yes, there are no problems with healthcare anymore. Now, as far as where to build these new buildings, I think that, like, unless it's like a gas station, I might just, like, well, I don't know about that, because these are only 5 wide. I think that I will actually just get rid of the, oh, see, now they're making me feel bad. They're, like, loving the area, but I feel like it just makes sense to get rid of, like, the smaller buildings. See, like, these two, it's 2 smaller ones, so I guess I can just get rid of that, and I guess just replace it with high density. And there we go. We'll have our first high density building. Something to note with that is that they actually create higher noise pollution. But I'm sure it'll be fine because we have trees. Now, I'm not sure if this is really a thing in the game, which I don't think it is because we can still see, like, there is noise pollution, but I feel like trees should, like, reduce noise pollution. I'm just not sure if it's in the game. I'll probably also look it up again, but... something else, though. I want to check that our, like, telecom coverage is still good, and, that's not looking too great. Now, funny enough, if we literally just build one, like, right next to it, that's pretty much the problem solved, so I guess we'll just do that. Nice. Again, medium density demand is creeping up, and I'm running out of space on this road. Now, as far as just, like, keeping things simple, I guess, I do want to get rid of this, which I know I just, like, redid this, but I'm gonna keep it going straight a little there, just so it's a 90-degree off that road. But then I'm actually gonna take the road and put it like this. I think that that's a little better, just to keep the area a little nicer. Now, I think that I will... No, never mind. I was gonna say I might remove this cul-de-sac and expand the road down here. Keeping a little bit of space between things isn't a horrible thing. With that said, though, we can still, like, especially, like, deeper in on the road, build a few homes, and I think that's what we'll do. I don't like how far this this house is built off the road. And as we can see, yeah, we're gonna have electricity issues and all of that because it's not actually connected to the road. Now, I guess I'll try to fix this by putting a path here and here. Dude, what? Why is it still here? Go away. What the hell? Okay, that's gone. That was interesting. Now, let's see. You're really just gonna do the same thing, dude? Really? I guess we could just build a road here, and maybe that will fix it. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I guess we'll just have to put, like, a park here or something, because, it's not letting us get rid of that. Like, road required. It's on a road. My goodness. This spot is really annoying. Guess we'll just rotate it and fix it and move it closer, I guess. Leave a little bit of space for some trees here. And over here we'll put more medium density. And there we go. We can also put medium density on these areas for, you know, smaller buildings. And as they zone in, can these buildings get any bigger? Yeah, let's get a few bigger buildings. We'll put more here. And we can also eventually add some here. The end of that cul-de-sac is a little iffy. It's a little close to the main road. Also here I would like to put high density eventually, not medium density. And something else I want to do with our development points is spend more on just like parks, because like especially sports parks, we can see like putting a basketball court on the end of this like cul-de-sac. I feel like that just makes sense, right? Like, I mean, cul-de-sacs like themselves would probably have like a basketball hoop on them, but you know, still pretty nice. I think that that's something that, if it were a real city, would just like make people happier and just enjoy the city more. For medium density, I'm not sure where else we're gonna build it, unless we start building deeper in here or around here, which I think that's what we'll do next. I did just lay down a bit of road infrastructure, and I might actually make a small change here. I think that I will make this road here. Oh really? I can't do that? Why? Why not? Enlighten me. What if I do that? Then no? Why? Why not? Tell me why. Oh, why can't I do this? Okay, now we'll just replace that. There. Took me a minute, but I figured it out. The reason I did that is just because, like, the traffic flow over here is gonna turn out a little weird if I don't, like, make sure I do it correctly. And I am just gonna do the same thing here, and eventually... Oh, okay, I have to hold off on this one. But eventually I'll connect that up, and that will probably be the end of that. Just looking at this again, I think that this road is going to need to become a 4-lane road, just because when developing in here, I feel like that's just going to become an issue. So we'll change it to a 4-lane road with a median, and of course we'll put grass in the middle with a few trees. Speaking of, I do want to do the same for over here, because I'm just not sure why I didn't do that. And again, we'll just put our alder trees. And that, I think, should be much better. Now I'm just going to get rid of that road though, and instead just finish this road going this way. Of course, we are going to get rid of the zoning along this road, and put the grass in the middle, then put our trees down. High density demand is creeping up in exchange for medium density. And I do just want to check. There are unoccupied buildings for medium density, but not for high density, which means we can build high density buildings again. Now I would like to maybe stop building high density over here, and instead finish this area this way. But I think that the city is looking very nice so far. As we can see, the buses have mostly evened out, which means we have a few extra buses, so I am going to bring the number back down to 5, and I'm going to check the other bus lines too. We can still see that this bus line that is bringing people between these two needs more. Of course, I think in the future I'll replace it with a subway, but we can actually put that up to 7. Bus line 2, I think, can come back down, and we'll put that to 3. And bus line 4, I think we can actually put this number up to 4 or 5. I think 5 is good. And as we can see, our bus depot is still doing good, and we're using a lot of our buses, which means we're getting our values out of it. Medium density demand is creeping up, and like I said, I do want to develop this area. I do want to check. Oh no, I don't think I can, but I would like to have put a pass-through perk here, but that doesn't seem like that's gonna happen at all. I do like these parks though, and I do want to maybe put another kind of like just small park over here. I guess I'll put an outdoor gym over here because, you know, health is very important. Also, we can zone in some medium density homes. Now, we can see that traffic is now coming from both directions, and I know it's moving in traffic, and that's just going to be inherent, but I think actually making this a 5-lane road temporarily should actually help to fix the issue. Now, this road is, like, massively off-center, so I will just fix that, and that isn't letting me fix it, so I will turn that off and do it myself. Now, cars aren't really filling in, so I think we can solve that by removing the turn lane for now, and allowing right turns. That's absolutely lovely. I'm absolutely just baffled about how this may have happened. I guess expanding the road caused everyone to forget how to drive. Anyways, we can zone in more high density, and medium density too. I mean, seriously, how does this happen? Anyways, school. School is completely filled now. Now, I do also want to just put a rooftop sports park, and build another high school because I actually, for one, this is value education. I do want to build this where future developments will be, and to me, that sounds like we should build it right here. Of course, we have to select the operating district to be in its district, and I can now build more houses. Like, I don't understand why the game does this. I'm never gonna want to have 2 smaller units instead of 1. What is going on here? Why aren't you a medianated road? Become the median. What? I do that, and then I do that. Nice. How did this happen now? Why are we popping UEs too? Like, oh my gosh. Look at that, more medium density demand. And again, right here, I think we'll do like we did here and place a low rent housing unit once we have the demand. With that said, I feel like there's not a ton to do right now, except just wait. Oh my gosh, why are there so many traffic accidents? What did you even crash into? There's no one on the road. How did you get down there? Oh my goodness. These NPCs are, crazy. Like, the roads are, like, perfectly, well, not perfectly, but, like, pretty well maintained. With that said, though, the roads are not perfectly maintained, as we can see. There's a little yellow there, some yellow along here, ton of yellow there, orange, red there. red-orange there. So, this sounds like we could get a few more road maintenance vehicles and, throw it into 3 times and wait. So what you're watching here is, me who forgot to unmute my microphone. And at this point, I'm just looking for places where I could potentially zone medium density, because I noticed that demand was extremely high. Now, while looking for areas, something I noticed was that there was just like a huge traffic backup happening here. Now I'm just like looking, hey, what's the issue? Where's the problem? How could we fix it? And I determined that a 2-lane asymmetric road, or 3-lane asymmetric road would be the solution, and now I'm just trying to see, is it actually the solution? I kept waiting and noticed that nothing really changed as far as how long the traffic backup was, and now I'm just thinking, okay, what else can I do? Maybe I get rid of that traffic light, maybe more people want to turn left. Now looking back, I probably could have just put a 5-lane asymmetric road going up on the screen, but I didn't think of that. So now we're stuck with, well, I guess not stuck with it. I could fix it eventually, but now I'm just looking at parking, realizing like there's a ton of high density high-rise buildings, but nowhere really to park. But then I remembered, hey, we've got a pretty decent public transit area, or bus line. And again, I'm just seeing, is the traffic going to even out? And in a few moments you're gonna notice me realize the huge group of people now blocking our crosswalk. Now I decide, what am I gonna do about this? Because it's not like even along the whole route where everywhere needs more buses, it's just like this area. So now I'm thinking, what can I do to fix this? Can I get a subway, tram system? I did end up going with a tram system, and you should actually see me start to build it in a minute, or at least look for where I'm gonna put the tram depot. Currently, I'm just looking at like the different parts of the tram system, because I believe that these are actually new areas that, or new parts of the system that I've never seen before, because I don't think like these stations were ever a thing, and I'm just seeing them now for the first time if they were, because I thought that there were only stops. Now I did quickly just want to do like I did on the other side, and just put a low rent housing unit kind of near the highway. I did decide to lock in with, I'm gonna try trams, because I have used them in the past, and they've been pretty successful, even though, you know, in the past I've not always known what I was doing very much. And now I'm just looking, where am I gonna put this? And I don't really want to put it in the middle of the city, but I also don't want to put it, like, in Yarnia, too far away. So I am just looking at, along this main road, because I believed that this is where I was going to run the tram line through. And I decided this is what I'm gonna do. So I decide that I am just going to expand the roads and place it down. Another thing I do just want to point out is that the tram depot comes with 10 vehicles, but you can actually give it another 5 through an upgrade. Right here, I'm talking to myself, apparently, about how I'm gonna run the tram line, and I'm saying that I'm gonna pretty much keep it right along the same area as the bus line, and I just wanted to do that because I wanted it to be the bus line just with higher capacity. And right now I'm thinking, well, do I want to run it through the main road, which could cause backups when the tram stops? Or should I run it through the road behind where the bus line currently is? Which I did realize I would have to run it over to the right to get to the same area again, so I decided, hold up, it makes more sense to run it behind. So, something that is important to note is that you cannot actually build trams through certain kinds of roundabouts. To be able to do this while still keeping your roundabout, you do have to, I believe, get a roundabout like this or a roundabout like this. Oh no, you need the regular small roundabout with a single blade of grass in the center. And then it allows it to kind of just go through and avoid the roundabout. And I would do the same thing for this one. And build our roundabout, or build our tram tracks through. Now, I am just, like, curious, like, how does this work? Oh, I see. What is this for? Well, what would I use this for? Like, okay. So I think this is meant to be placed, like, somewhere here where a tram is, and it makes the area a little nicer for people getting on and off, and I believe provides more comfort, yes. So, I guess I will place one here, and I guess get rid of those and do that. And, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Wait, is that a bus area? Wait, can I connect buses up to this? Wait, why does it look like a bus? Have I been fooled? Why? Why? I think I've been tricked. Bus line tool, can I? Wow. I feel betrayed. I really thought you could hook a bus up. Alright. Well, I definitely want one of the tram stations there because nothing is super developed there yet, and it should allow for more people to use it. Now, the question is, do I want to maybe build one here? And I think the answer is yes, because no, don't disown yourself. I want you to stay there. Maybe if I move it here. Okay, dude, I think you're just overreacting a little bit. Wait, that actually looks cool with like, well, where did this one's base go? See, that looks ugly. This looks cool. Anyways, trams. Wait, can you turn it left into here as a tram? Yes, you can. Tram. Go away, go that way. Wait, what? Okay. That should be problem solved, and I do not want to have this many, crosswalks by it. I mean, one is okay, I guess, but and we need to do the same at this one because I do not want a gazillion crosswalks. Now we can look at... I don't think I can place a tram station at any more of these. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of our... Oh wait, we could place one here. Let's go for that. And then we can get rid of that and connect that. And again, like, what is it with the 500 crosswalks, dude? Like, no, absolutely not. There's already one there, so I guess we could put that one there. And now I guess we can put a few tram stops at where there were previously bus stops. Now, I guess I might as well just put another one. Oh, wait, see, trams you don't want to place as, like, frequently, though, because they take a while to, like, get people on and off. So I do think that the bus system in this area, I'm gonna get rid of it and just do, like, these 4 tram stops, I guess. Well, is that enough, though? Hmm. I think it should be. So I guess I'll just, like, connect these ones up. And if I do have to add more in the future, I'll add more in the future. Oh, really? It's gonna do a loop-de-loop if I do that? For real? Alright, well, that is our tram line complete. Of course, we're gonna lower the price and lower the amount of vehicles. Now, I think I'm gonna just, like, delete the bus line. I mean, there's no real reason, or we'll just turn it off for now, in case we need it back, or really whatever. Again, there's demand, but there is also traffic, which isn't a lovely thing. I mean, oh my god, this is like the most traffic I've seen. Okay, why aren't you driving? Why? Like, what's your issue, bro? You're trying to make a U-turn, so you decided you should hold everybody up. There you go. You disappeared. And traffic is looking a little better, I guess. Again, this is just moving in traffic, and I guess we can, again, just like last time, pay our loan off and say that is all for this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know, and have yourself a great day. Small little editor's note here, I am going to change the tram to have more of those stations because I did remember that trams take a very, very long time to get people on and off.